eSuba on the defense, Kazna Kru on the attack. What can you tell me about the lineups?
Kazna playing with i7. Usually when they take it, they like to play from the lower side of the map because i7 hard turret, they would push Haiba and so on. It's going to be interesting to see will they use it just as a opener or some kind of trick.
See, Ryan copied you.
Everyone has to copy someone, mate. Can't everyone be original, right?
That's true. That's very true. So far standard start from kind of both these teams, but there's a lot of tanks for eSuba and the K line.
Yeah, this is exactly what we said. Like, can Kazna use this as some kind of trick? Because they sent this time only 2 mediums down, and there is no i7 being pushed or whatever, while eSuba was actually relying that Anji would spot him from that bush, and then STRV would do significant amount of damage together in Andrew and hopefully run away without getting wrecked and shreked and whatever. But looking now only spotted vet, so they still have no idea where the heavy tanks of Kazna.
Yeah, they are unaware, looking, just peeking up and over. Again,
they're
Kazna
so open against this attack.
Yes. If Kazna Kru did what they did against Who Cares, when they just pushed the 2-line, yeah, they would kill everything.
Of course, but Kazna still doesn't have an idea where is STRV, and they will not do a blind push, but if anything, their highway is spotted here, so that pretty much dissolves any kind of tactics that Kazna has. Overus is actually pushing the lower side together with Anji and Andrew. Now we need to see will Durs and Nexus see them on time. I mean, they're experienced players and teammates, so they should be aware of this and they should be spotting it on time.
So far, nobody spotted the Overus getting very far without being spotted out. Durs is waiting in that bush, but there's a triple bat shot coming, Mojo. This is going to be bad. Overus has now spotted Durs, instantly realizes something's up, something's wrong, is going to try and make it out of there. And I think eSuba, they have a small opening window here, and Durs is actually sticking around. That's 3 bat shots.
Why are they staying? This is so nonsense move. Like when you see 113, you know there is a pain coming after it. It's not only him.
Kazna Kru usually the one to deliver the pain, but it looks like they're going to be on the receiving end for once as Durs is trying to make it out of there. But there is no escape, my friend. You've waited just a little bit too long. You should be taking a lot of shots on the way out. But he can still not run away from there, though. And Kazna Kru rushing to their teammate in help.
Kazna is actually going to win the match if they continue like this, because now eSuba is split all over the place. They realize it and they're running away. Kazna moved back all of the tanks except Haiba, and if eSuba kept pushing, they would die in like maybe 20 seconds. But this was a smart move. They're running away. They kept Anji now spotting their backs to know are they hunted, because it's not safe to just run away. Even if you run away constantly and you get spotted, you'll just get shot in the back and you will still lose the match nonetheless.
eSuba is turning around though. Overus is coming back for some more. They should be making it out of here. Haiba takes some damage from his IS-7 and they're staying there. The 5As are coming. Tomasek is starting to push up a little bit over there as well. Now eSuba should realize that they need to run to the hills and far away, because the half the lineup of Kazna Kru, 5 times to be exact, is starting to push down there.
It's 5-4. Haiba is just left as a bait on the other side. Where together with Isne covering. Oh, Overus is dead. Overus is so dead and there is no way to run. There is nothing to do. He can maybe do 1 shot, maybe 2 if he's lucky.
Overus now caught in between 2 tanks, and look at the damage he receives. Vetso to pick it up from the back lines. Nexus takes some in return, a bounce, a big ricochet there of that batshot armor. Unji now in trouble as well, because these heavies from Kazna Kru, they're not going to stop anymore. They
have no reason to stop whatsoever. They know that these batshots will be out of the shells very soon. Froley is desperately trying to get close to his teammates and do some damage on Kazna tanks. I think he will be in position in a second.
Diplomato going in the open. He didn't take the safe route, he just pushed in the open and got caught for it now. Piotr trying to make up the difference. These bats are on the run and they're going to get shot down to pieces. Andrew is not going to make it out of here.
They must connect even on looking at least 1 more shell to make it work, because he can now counterattack Haiba and Isne. I mean, Kazna should effectively now move the batshots back to cover the upper side of the map. First to extract Isne and Haiba, and then they can pressure the lower cap.
Nexus does have a dead gunner.
I wonder, does he have a medic?
No, he would have already repaired it. He's had it for a while now. That's annoying.
That's because Fish is not playing with them anymore. Like, his style was always go with the coffee without fire extinguisher, and fire extinguisher is for girls.
That's not nice, Mojo. It's not nice to say.
Well, he would say they're actually quite different. This was the nicer way.
I don't think I want to know.
It's Finnish way.
Definitely don't want to know in that case. Now, all the tanks from eSuba have fallen back to the 1-2 line, but they are one gun down, they're 1.3k HP down. They need to hold off this attack from Kazna Kru one way or another. I don't like that Kazna Kru is bringing back everybody as well, though. That's like perfect for eSuba if they all come from one direction.
I was actually expecting they will extract Haiba and Isne from upper side and go pressure eSuba from the 2 cap because they have an advantage. But they chose to place Haiba here and play cooldown and to try to do damage on combat. Now, Patton does have a reinforced turret and a smaller silhouette of turret since this patch, so it's a much better tank, but it's not impregnable. It's not a fortress.
Well, Haiba is on the cap.
As we can see already.
Combat already takes one shot from Haiba. So that's good. Vetso just over here spotting out. He's going to get Durs in support. It's another bad. Piotr now going to be joining Haiba as well. It might make double cap pressure. And what does eSuba do to get out of this?
They have no choice. They will have to press with Lukin and Anji very soon, and that's why we have all those bachots of Kazna waiting in a lower line. You can see them, like they're literally lingering and just waiting
get
for
a reset
the
on both of them with H3.
That's brilliant, actually. But still, there is 4 minutes to go. And how long will he be able to do that? STRV will aim for his position and his position only. That's why they left only Haiba now, because there is not really room for 2 guys. And if he wants to rest the Haiba, he has to expose his turret a lot.
So, Haiba back onto the cap. It's being brought down to 1 minute and 37 seconds. Piotr trying to peek up on towards the position of Combat, trying to put some pressure to make sure that Haiba can just cap without being resetted. And this is a good position from Piotr. Somebody needs to block him off.
There we go. He's now harassing Combat, actually not allowing him to reset Haiba. That means that maybe someone will have to push around the corner. But then he will be exposed to Isne, who is positioned on C1 with his TD, and he's just waiting for something like that.
That's a nice connection there from one of the bats. It's actually Lukin.
Is she still Frolic?
No, it was Lukin, because he's now down to 4 out of 5.
Yes.
So a good shot from him there, but look at the control Kazna Kru. Yeah, look at the control Kazna Kru's taken though. Durs and Vetso are starting to make their way down the 6-0 line. And eSuba is effectively surrounded right now.
It's gonna be really funny if they actually start to cap on lower side now. But they don't have to. They just need to make a good crossfire and shoot in the back of this hill.
Isne is constantly blocking off Tomasek as well, which is a very difficult position for Tomasek to do anything. Piotr takes another shot there with Haiba. 28 seconds. Somebody is going to have to reset this cap. Combat.
And there you go. There is a reinforcement of the cap, so now Combat has a choice maybe to try to shoot Haiba.
He shot Piotr, so he has 5 seconds left. The reset needs to come out. It's going to have to be Tomasek pushing around the corner. 2 seconds, 1 second. There's a small reset for 5 seconds now. 3 seconds. Somebody else is going to have to come out and get the reset on towards Haiba. Unji pushing over, gets it in the nick of time, and now Next is getting focused out. But still, Kazna Kru well ahead in this round as Vetso picks up Lukin, and now the boys from Kazna Kru coming in to clean up the round. Unji gets the double kill. Tomasek goes down though, and just 2 tanks remain for eSuba, and Kazna Kru coming out with a strong first round.
This is a good performance by them, good readout of the map, good rotations we've seen so far. 3 tanks are remaining now versus 2 of eSuba, but this game is so done. Patton is locked in a corner between the tanks of Kazna. Frolic has nowhere to go. Combat can do a little of YOLO suicidal push, but this will be his fate done and dusted, that you would say, in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, he is pretty done and dusted. Combat now pushing over towards Isne. That's a nice connection there. Isne going to set up in siege mode, track him. Don't think Combat has another repair kit. Vetso picks up the kill, and that's good stuff there from Kazna Kru on the first round. But eSuba really should have made it out of there.
It was close in one moment when those bachots didn't run away. There was a chance that Durs would be tracked. If that happened, that would be disaster because he would stay there. That for sure. I think a couple of seconds was dividing Kazna from victory or defeat.
Yeah, and they're not running away from eSuba. I mean, Overus could have made it back.
Yes. Then eSuba made that mistake, as you said, because they didn't run away on time, they didn't run away safe way. Kazna even gave them Diplomat for free. So there was plenty of mistakes on both sides, but this happens.
Oh, how cute. Oh.
All hearts.
Oh.
Don't be jelly.
I'm just wondering where he
Write
gets
something nice for Daki, please.
I just wonder where he gets the sense of humor from. I haven't seen it yet, but...
It drops off from you, mate.
Huh?
It drops off only from you.
Oh.
I can't do it without you.
Adorable.
There
Adorable. I'm gonna need a moment here.
Can't relish on compliment.
Second round of Murvanka is going to come out. eSuba's now going to be attacking Kazna Kru on the defense. We've seen Kazna on the defense. Sometimes good, sometimes.
They know to play defense also aggressive, so that is interesting about Kazna. They don't always play just sitting on a cap and waiting for the enemy. They know how to take the advantage. The question is now, what will they choose to play, especially against eSuba? We've seen on the last match against Who Cares, they know to play counter tactics, to play against the team specifically, if they think it's worthwhile. So they might do it like here.
We'll have to see what eSuba brings out, though. I do expect Kazna to maybe go slightly aggressive, slightly aggro. But the big question mark for me is eSuba. How do they approach this round?
We need to see the setup of the tanks, honestly, and then we can judge anything, because that will show us the mindset of both teams.
Okay. Looking at... Okay, we'll see when we get into the game. Reminds me very much of Savage Squad almost, with the double mouse. Not double STRV, though.
Yeah, double STRV of Savage Squad was really interesting. They used it in 2 matches so far on Murovanka, and it worked really well, honestly. Kazna, we know where will they use Patton. Everyone uses it on pretty much same spot instead of Kranwagen now. STRV as a backup 3 Bachas, that means they can push the lower side of the forest and keep Mouse as an anchor. We've seen that some teams that have fast lineups can really annihilate that Mouse, but Kazna doesn't have that slow lineup. But 2 Mouses in attack by eSuba, that is not a common thing to see. That is definitely not a common thing to see.
2 Mouses going to the field.
Yeah, they're going on the center of the map. So I guess it's all in on the lower part of the cap, and she's just keeping a check on the other guys. You can see even Haiba is not positioned in a bush, actually, on the open field, which you would expect. They gave up on that, maybe even guessing what eSuba might try.
Yeah, but it's going to be Vetsu in a bush now. I think it's a little bit worse to lose a matchup.
But Vetsu is in a lower bush, where he can shoot based on Piotr's spot if someone is approaching the middle. While Haiba, if he would just sit in the bush, it would mean that everyone is laid back from his team.
We'll have to see if eSuba can clear out those bushes as Lukin, and his mouse already takes the connection because of the Piotr spot. Piotr's now going to be backing off. His mouse is just sitting on the buildings for now. Now, what is the next move here for eSuba?
Well, they will move the tanks on the lower side, I guess, and then Mouses will come closer. At least one of them needs to come here in proxy where Isne and Nexus are to put them back, and then to provoke the cap. That's the only way this can play out. I mean, they cannot go to the middle with this because they're too late, and they would expose their flanks of the mouse. My mouse is cool when you drive it like under angle and you angle your turret, so you're bouncing shells, that's okay. But as soon as you turn your side to anyone, you're pretty much annihilated.
Look, Haiba, he's coming back. He might actually make it into the bush on time.
Yeah,
he will.
eSuba actually played it slow enough to make sure there are no traps below them. They had to because of the speed of Mouses, so you cannot blame them for that. But that actually gave Kazna a lot of time to do needed rotations.
Froley in its STRV pushing up now. Overus in support. They're going to be taking the K line. Now the question is, can eSuba find Haiba? How long is it going to take them to find Haiba, if even at all? And how much damage are they going to trade in return?
Well, it does take some experience based on where he's spotted from and so on. The best guys can do it in a couple of shots. We know one of those. He went in Gohar from Kazna. So we will see who is experienced enough now in Kazna. I mean, it's not only that he was shooting and talking to the rest of the team when that would happen. So it's also the other guys that were involved, obviously. But in this case, it's eSuba who needs to do the job. And I'm not sure they're that experienced in that kind of line of work.
Haiba and Overus are so close to each other. It's always funny to see how close the scouts are. The scout is towards the heavies. I think not more than 100 meters is separating them. Nice shooting from Vetsu, though.
He comes to the next bush. He will spot Haiba, but this is a problem because they are holding this ground where Overus is. And he cannot really push forward that easily.
Yeah, the Mouses are now starting to make their way up towards the church, though, slowly but surely. Isna tries to connect on towards them. No luck so far. Piotr from the back lines, and E1 is also trying, but that's just a little bit of a waste of ammo. He gets one connection, though. Might even get a second.
This is the danger. eSuba not only taking a lot of damage now while they're progressing. Kazna will fall down, but Kazna will in one moment choose an angle where to push, and they have 3 bachats. And with those 3 bachats, I believe they should just push the left side of the map. Yes, they will go in crossfire of 2 bachats, but they will just annihilate them because they have 1 more. Once they kill them, they will have side shots on those mouse tanks, and there will not be enough pressure on the cap to keep Kazna away. And they can still put Diplomat in full speed down if needed and just rest it with someone else. The key thing is not to lose Haiba easily now for free. So I think it's really risky what Haiba is doing, being so close. But if they're not pre-aiming him, he might actually do a few shells himself before he dies.
And Lukin and Tomasek, though, they've bled so much HP. Both of them are down below 50%. Haiba still hasn't been found. They didn't even try to blind fire Haiba.
Look at the third medium from Kazna. Vetso, he's pulling back, and Isna is replacing him to cover Haiba. And I believe the push of Bachats from Kazna will come very soon on 1-2 line.
Watching Froley right now because he's slowly trying to sneak on towards the cap. If he will make it,
there is a possibility even Nexus will push, so maybe even 4 guys.
He made it onto the cap though, and Haiba can't spot him. Overus loses his commander though. I hope he has a medkit for that one, otherwise it's going to be very annoying. He does. He gets that one out. Like you said, those mediums are grouped up. They might be going for the push very soon on towards those 2 mouses, and they shouldn't have any trouble taking them out of the game really quickly.
Well, the mouses or the bachats, whatever they choose to push. Like, honestly, I will first push and find the bachats, but the option is to go on mouses also. I mean, they have the HP advantage a bit, about 1k now, which is quite a lot considering the other team started with the mouse more. And they definitely have all the shells in a clip. They just must make sure that they don't lose the mediums for nothing.
Well, Andrew's relocating right now as well, and here comes the push from Kazna Kru. Lukin, Tomasek realize the trouble they're in. Vetso pushing over, Piotr pushing over. They're going for these mouses. The damage from eSuba needs to come out right here, right now. Unji from the backlines putting in some shots as well. The first mouse goes down. That's Lukin. Tomasek is going to be the secondary target, and Kazna Kru starting to bleed slowly but surely, but still no guns down. Haiba in the meantime has pushed up and over the K-line. He got spotted out. He's down towards the 1 shot. They lose Vetso in return though, but Overus gets decimated from 2 sides, and I think this trade from Kazna Kru, it was a risky play, but it's working out.
It was a massive mistake even by Overus to turn himself like that to try to face the light, completely forgetting the TD. Froley being on a cap here, yeah, bro, you're just the next target, the next notch on Kazna's belt. And there is 6 guys from Kazna surviving. Even Haiba in his light is alive on 90 HP. While eSuba, while attacking, has 2 bachats and an STRV. Not the greatest combination to break this kind of siege.
Some great sniping here on the cross from Piotr. Trading off with Combat. Combat now in a hold-down position. Very hard to actually make those connections reliably. Just 3 tanks left standing for eSuba. You need to kill pretty much a bachat when he comes over to really hold off that kind of push.
Anji's on full HP still, but we have Diplomat with 1700 HP. Nexus more than 16. Unless Kazna has some misfortunate mishap and loses both Piotr and Durs, there is no way for them to lose this game. And they have no reason to lose them because they don't have to look for the enemy. Enemy has to come to them. eSuba has to come to Kazna.
Kazna is actually pulling back even, giving some room towards eSuba. You know,
eSuba can put anyone on cap. Kazna will just say thank you and push in one moment, sacrifice some tanks and win the game in that moment. So they can do whatever they want in these final minutes. eSuba is the one who has to take initiative. And they cannot really because they don't have the numbers. So pretty much they can YOLO in and finish the game. That's all the choice they have.
It's also the only thing they can really do. Kazna Kru giving them the map again. But with 3 tanks left, eSuba really has no foothold whatsoever. They cannot do anything. Just waiting. They can talk about the next map, Mojo.
I don't think they're in mood yet. It's gonna take a while. Anji's reloading, so I guess that's the only thing they're waiting for, and they're gonna get up and push. There is absolutely nothing to do at the moment. No tactics, no trick that can win the game when you are almost 50% of HP, no armor in the tanks, and you have to press against trenched up enemy on a map like Murovanka, which gives so many good hiding spots, bushes, hills, what you name it, it has it.
Unji now moving forward together with Combat, trying to make a play. They spot out Nexus. They're a little bit of no man's land, but they'll figure that out soon enough. As they move their way in between the buildings, they get shots from every single angle you can humanly imagine, as Unji Gets tracked, gets held, gets shot from the left, gets shot from the right. Durs clipping him out. Durs gonna pick up the kill as well. There we go. Good stuff there from Durs. Now switching his target towards combat as Nexus pushes up and over. Doesn't get the kill, but he should be getting it. Nope, Piotr claims it for his own. Double killing towards this round, and now Froly, the last player standing, and Yeaston's like, well, I want some of that as well. Comes with his SDRV. He's like, here, I'll get behind you, dude. Now Siege Mode versus Siege Mode. Here we go. The fight of the ages, SDRV versus SDRV. Neither of the two connecting because they have to snipe the Cupola. Great stuff. Diplomat's like, let me help you, bro. Froly gets the first connection. A track next to tracks Isna. Isna picks it up. And that's Kazna Kru 2-0. It's so great SDRV fights. I love it.
I believe you are very happy with this result so far.
Yeah, because I said 5-1.
Well, 2-0 for Kazna. This is something we could have predicted, but we didn't know how will Kazna manage the attack. That is always the uncertain part. And we will move on to Cliff. Cliff is something like an 1-1 map. I wouldn't say any of these teams shines here. eSuba 2 passive.
eSuba takes one round on Cliff. Their defense, they lose this round. They take their defense, they lose the next map 2-0.
Mines.
They lose the next map 2-0.
Okay. I'm actually counting on mines.
To be honest, I didn't even look at the maps when I made my prediction.
I actually did.
I might have to regret this at one point. Kazna Kru, don't let me down.
We will see. Well, just preparing the neck already.
At least I'd look absolutely magnificent.
In pink? Yeah, I believe you do. Pink is your color, mate.
Any color's my color.
No, pink is your color.
All colors look the same, remember?
Do they?
No.
Definitely not. So Cliff will come next. As we said, this is not really the best map for any of these teams. I mean, the success rate is
what exactly is the percentage of
That means like not good, not bad. Just somewhere in a shady middle.
60-50.
60-50?
Yeah. Somebody once told me that's like a Finnish statement from some guy that went like this, it's 60-50 or 50-60.
Where did he go to school?
I had this discussion with Ryan once as well.
It sounds like Ryan's counting on fingers, man. Like seriously.
He uses like a little like table, you know, to like switch it over, you know, those things that you had as children.
Abacus?
Huh?
Abacus?
Yeah, I guess that.
Okay. That's the ancient thingy they were using to count.
You have it like in children's form as well. You
exactly.
know, yeah, that. Exactly that.
It was invented like a few thousand years ago. Never mind.
So Mines, no, Cliff, coming out between Kazna Kru and eSuba. It's going to be eSuba on the attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bad shots and a TVP. Kazna Kru with 5 bad shots and 2 TVPs.
And Algo playing this round.
Oh, Algo. And Algo.
They're switching in who? Vetso, I guess. Yeah, Vetso is out and Algo is in. They're all the time rotating players now. Still testing who will be the final lineup, I guess.
I guess it depends on the training still, who's playing.
eSuba completely different play from the last time. Last time they were trying to counter all the time, playing passive. This is really aggressive. Only one tank left in the back. That's combat on that risky climb where he can fall into the water. I hope I didn't jinx him.
He's definitely falling into the water now.
And Kazna dominating the lower side of the field, spotting over his crossing, but Isna is keeping the track on a 1-2 line, so they don't know there is no danger from that side.
Oh, he made it.
Yay!
Feels bad, man.
Yay, go combat.
Wolfroos takes a big bounce there, actually. Takes one shot from Durs. Needs to be careful. Piotr tries to pick up, but instantly gets punished with that from the TVP.
This position where Overest is now was used in a late part of the last season. So that's when people actually started to use it in the matches. It's better than some of the previous ones because here you can actually survive, I guess. This is a super aggressive push here by eSuba going on Kazna straight away.
Yeah. Piotr's really the only one on that side to do anything. Did Diplomat have binos? Did I miss that?
I didn't see it, but Piotr is taking a lot of damage already, mate. And they know there is a rotation from eSuba here. We need to see what will be actually the play of Kazna now.
Good stuff there from eSuba. Put in some shots into the back of Piotr. Had to use his repair kit, had to burn it already before on his ammo rack. Now they're going to be rotating around to prevent Kazna Kru from making any rotations of their own. And Diplomat did have binos, by the way. He does have binos.
While that was going on, 2 batches from eSuba are doing a back mountain climb to get the hill. I guess they know that Kazna has no one up now. So it's only Piotr proxying, but that tells only one thing to them. A lot of Kazna guys are just dominating the lower side of the map. 1 to 3 line.
Wonder how they're gonna break this one.
You don't want them to break this one, Ducky.
Oh. I wonder how they're gonna lose against this one.
So I would like them to break.
I don't know. I don't like their positions from Kazna Kru. I understand Diplomat has binos to spot that side, but like if somebody pushes close, then
this Kazna setup is mainly against what eSuba used to play before. Durs is taking again so much damage now. 2 shots taken. Is it by Overus, I guess?
Was it by Overus? Overus has 5 shots left. No, it was not. It was Froly and Lukin and maybe Combat. Because Lukin's -1, Froly's on reload, and Combat has 3 shots left.
So there's now on half of the HP, a bit more, same as Piotr. But this is nothing significant yet in a game. There is 1k advantage here for eSuba, but they're attacking. So in one moment when they actually commit, they will lose a significant amount of HP, especially to a sniper like Isne is or Diplomat.
Wonder what happens when eSuba decides to push the 7-8 line. Yeah, Piotr's in position and so is... Yeah, the shots are close, but Diplomat's using the rock very well.
Yeah.
Whoa. A little bit lower, boys.
Opal, I almost thought he fell down in this moment. Diplomat is here quite safe. I mean, the experienced players will always be on a hold down there and wait for someone else to spot for them, and then they will pick out and shoot. It's a bit risky by Kazna. They left out absolutely no one to cover Piotr's back, so that leaves him quite open. But even Diplomat from here can do quite a lot of damage on anyone on the top of hill who peeks and tries to shoot. Kazna is actually giving no real openings to eSuba at the moment, and eSuba will have to commit to do the kills. And Kazna is waiting for that to do a counterattack.
I believe 8-9-0 line is a possibility though for eSuba.
I think that's the only possibility, because if they try to do something different, they're gonna break their teeth. Definitely, because Kazna is super present on the other side of the map. If they play the lower side, eSuba has a chance to win. If they peek over the hill, Kazna is waiting with almost the entire team just for that.
Well, it seems like eSuba's about to go. They're lining up. Waiting for the call. What are they waiting for? Everybody?
I wonder, can they just put one guy here on the edge of the cap and pre-aim Piotr?
He'll be spotted. Piotr now spots them out. Is he going to shoot? There we go. He puts the shot on the crossing. He's going to run down now. Overus misses his shot in return. Lukin, Tomasek still going, taking control of that side of the map. Damage is starting to be taken on both these bad shots, so Lukin seems to be going down for this one. No, yes, actually, Haiba picks it up from the back lines. Diplomat is still safe now. Haiba in return is getting a lot of damage on towards his bad shot. Tomasek just about getting across, but there's still Algo, and look at the damage onto these bad shots. Kazna Kru ready and waiting and bringing the pain.
It was too suicidal for my taste, honestly. I believe when they managed to cross to the first rocks, that's where they were supposed to stand, and then maybe do some kind of pressure from the other side, a bit peeking, seeing where Piotr is, doing some shots, pressuring the cap and so on. This was just plain suicidal. They're like 1800 HP below Kazna now. Kazna can put reloads. They still have 7 guns in the game, while eSuba has 5, and Tomaszek, if you count him as a live person on that position.
Why would we not count him as alive?
Because he's gonna die in very few seconds.
No. Maybe, actually.
He's on 200 HP, and entire Kazna team is just waiting to kill him. Especially him. Like, that's a big mark on your forehead, mate. Over
still playing around with Piotr. Piotr still alive. In a good position. Durs now taking some damage from Froly. Froly needs to be careful. Froly out in the open. Froly goes down. Another kill claimed by Kazna Kru. Froly, I'm not sure what he was doing there exactly, but now Overus bleeding as well against Piotr, getting 1v1. Diplomat is finally spotted out, but he's in a quite strong position. A nice connection there from Unjido on towards that TVP, but eSuba in the meantime bleeding HP left, right, and center, having just 5 tanks remaining, and Tomasek, like you said, with a mark on his forehead.
Still alive. Andrew still the only guy with 100% HP here in eSuba team. They really have no options left here. 3000 HP deficit, no positions, 2 guys on 1 shot. they're gonna try to use Andrew, but Kazna is now covering every possible angle. That mistake when that push came, they just went too
Andrew
far away. Oh, good
literally got obliterated from every single angle. They all hit their shots. He's now down to 126 HP. At least Combat still has some, right? But he's now dueling with Nexus, which means he will die. So Combat in his TVP, he's dead. Nexus picking up his second kill. Tomasek gonna die to Haiba here in a second. Nope, Diplomat peeks over, picks it up. Leaves just 3 remaining for eSuba, and Kazna Kru showing quite a strong defense.
I don't know, was it their strong defense or eSuba just hung themselves, honestly, while attacking here. One of two it definitely was, but it's good for you so far. So far, so good, right?
My predictions on track, Mojo.
You know, I've seen that statement in one movie. One guy was falling from the building, and every fall passes, and he says, "So far, so good. So far, so good."
So far, so good.
Keep it telling. Keep it going.
Who's attacking and defending on mines again?
Kazna is defending first.
Maybe. Ooh, Piotr. Nice shot there. Just about as Andrew faded. Picks it up. Yeah, that might actually...
Yeah.
No, Kazna Kru's defending first?
Yes.
Oh, that's so perfect. Because if eSuba picks up the next round like I predicted...
It's going to be 3-1. And then if Kazna picks it up, it's going to be 4-1. So you can still very nicely lose it.
Nexus coming in with the triple kill, making
it's all
it
part of the plan, Ducky.
3-0 for Kazna Kru. I am not losing anything.
Hey, if you wear the tie as a champion, you're not going to be a loser. You're
I wore all
be...
the bow ties like a champion.
There you go. I'm going to make a special nice for you.
Man, like, just remember, like, if you keep speaking like this, I'm just going to make sure this is the most brilliant, fluffy tie ever seen
Bring
in
it
your
on,
life.
man.
Oh
Bring it
my
on.
God, it's going to be a moment for the ages.
Bring it on. You're just talking, man. Bring it on. First, you need to win.
I've already won in my mind.
That's the problem, see? It's not reality.
I'm very confident about myself.
Okay, let's see.
Cliff coming out now. Again, second round. eSuba on the defense. Kazna Kru on the attack. I believe in eSuba for this one.
Well, you need to believe them, because if it's 5-0, it's no-go. So they need to win somewhere.
Yeah. They need to win this round, because they're not going to win a mines attack.
You never know.
I don't think so, at least. We'll find out soon enough.
You have such a not faith in them.
If the score is 5-1 or 5-2, what happens? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing, because then we're both wrong.
Exactly.
Then you have to wear...
Yeah, we can buy for Ryan. He will just wear it for the fun of it. He likes the bow ties.
Yeah, he does. He does.
But we'll see this round. Like, all jokes aside, 3-0 for Kazna. More dominant play for them. They didn't even have to show that much. They were just careful with their rotation so far in a match, focusing fire and doing the job, mainly.
Again, eSuba. This time 5 batches and 2 TVPs, just like Kazna Kru. Kazna Kru, double I7, 4 bats and a TVP.
That's a really heavy duty lineup for attack. I wonder where will they actually try to use the I7s.
I think it's almost the same as what Ding played, minus the Borsig.
I mean, I7s, once they arrive in cooldown, they are really perfect, but you have to get them there. Will they use them on 1-2 line to press?
Well, Ding yesterday just pushed them down the 5-6 line and died.
Exactly. So that's why I'm wondering.
Is eSuba
They're actually
push?
splitting them?
Is eSuba going to push straight over?
Well, they do have the advantage of the speed and they have the advantage of the guns, so they...
Yeah, pushing straight, Mojo. Here comes eSuba, Combat, Overus, Tomasak, Andrew, Unji. They're all going. They're all spotted, but they're not finding anybody. They're just making a tour around the map. As they push straight down the middle, they find absolutely nothing except for a 512 shot into the side of Overus by Isne.
Will this be like who cares kind of push down around the corner of Haiba? Because that's not gonna end well if that happens. Like, they're actually effectively a bit locked down on the lower part of the map now. Isne is safe behind the rock. Look at the amount of the damage that they're taking. Anji is on 1k HP, Froli on 1300. They did take some positions, but Kazna can work around that. Because most of the map is wide open.
There's a lot of map control to be taken here for Kazna Kru. They're already extending their HP lead step by step. Yizne, though, Froli clipping out
on fire!
him. Yizne's in trouble in his IS-7, down to 359 HP. Ooh, he needs to be careful. He's
How did he get annihilated so much? What did he do?
Different angles, no support.
Yeah, but they knew the position, like when they played the map. Like he didn't take any shell until now. It's one guy who did everything to him, Froly. Froly alone.
Froly the god.
Well, Haiba peeks here. He knows now there is one guy up ahead somewhere, spotting him. And if he tries to push around the corner, it's just not going to end well. Yeah, you can hold down as much as you want, but you can't really do anything about it. Froly, on the other hand, ending up on one shot up there on a hill. Kazna is paying attention to him now.
Tomasek in the meantime bleeding some as well. I think it's Piotr from the bottom that's even covering off Yzne right now.
That's why I was surprised. I was expecting that to happen instant as he starts to clip on Yzne.
Diplomat taking some damage now as well. Kazna Kru bleeding a little bit. Unji taking some more though. I think that's from Algo, even from the back lines. Algo now in D8, D9, trying to make some plays over there. Durs speaking from the top. Durs needs to be careful because he's coming off over the hill. He wants to kill Froly, but needs to be careful not to go down for that.
I was really lucky actually to not receive more damage than he did so far. Froly is here on brink of destruction, but there is a counter-attack coming here from eSuba.
They are pushing up and over on towards Haiba on that corner. They're trying to clip him out, but Piotr's in support. Haiba holding on, tanking like a champion, but even champions can go down as Unji picks them up. A lot of HP bled for the side of eSuba though, but one important gun out of the game.
One of the armored guys out of the game. 1k HP advantage for Kazna. A lot of eSuba guys on low HP. That can actually cost them the game because now they have effectively only 2 guys to play around with. Andrew and Lukin are the only people that have any kind of significant HP. Everyone else is a liability.
Nexus drove over the ramp rather than just dropping on towards Froly, and he paid at least 2 shots for that. Kazna Kru falling here a little bit into pieces. Durs picks up Froly, but goes down in return, and Mojo, sometimes predictions do come true, don't they?
Exactly, this is according to my plan, mate.
Your plan, my plan, all the same plan. Piotr peeks out, gets punished. eSuba holding on with their defense, but Kazna Kru making some mistakes that are costing them. And look at the Wolfpack from eSuba.
This is not a done game yet. Like Kazna, yes, they're losing 1200 HP, but we've seen teams on Cliff lose that kind of advantage by far. Just to bad pushes, crossfire or whatever. So this is not a done game, and Kazna can pressure the cap with one of the guys soon. The problem is they can't now because one of their tanks is in dire danger on the lower side of the map. So they kind of have to make crossfires work. But you can see where Algo is, where is Nexus. If they manage to pull Piotr away from here, one of the guys will go on a cap in an instant, and then it's going to be up to eSuba to push. And as we already said, they have only 2 guys with some effective HP to do it. Everyone else can just snipe.
Unji needs to be careful because Algo is already waiting over there. Algo is on the lower side though, so Unji might be able to catch off Nexus if he goes all the way to the red line and doesn't get spotted by him. Piotr in the meantime still locked over there. He's starting to slowly edge forward, trying to get an angle towards Horus, but he needs to be super careful. Nexus now all the way on the top. Piotr running away. Unji spots out Algo. Wonder if Nexus can get some shots on towards him.
Yeah, Nexus should be in good position to deal with Unji actually there, but we're going to see in a couple of seconds. He's going to probably try to find it. Algo has to be also super careful. Nexus actually fell down immediately because he doesn't know is Unji alone or is there anyone close to him who can actually clip him. And the first guy who falls in this game is going to be probably like a domino effect. His team will lose the game.
Piotr still on the bottom side here. How does he get out of this fight? Is he going to go for Overus?
That's the problem. He needs to check are they still waiting for him before trying to run away.
Well, Diplomat gets spotted over there. That's one dead TVP. One shot comes in. The second one will follow. Lukin picks it up. As soon as he got spotted, he was dead.
That was just a bad position for him.
Why didn't he climb the backside?
I don't understand. Like, there is enough time. There is 4 minutes left into the game. You can use every possible second. Now he left his team with a gun less. A very important gun, the fast shooting TVP gun. That would protect them against any kind of significant push. He could more or less cripple either Bachat or Andrew or Lukin in a push like this. Kazna has Yzne, who fires one high alpha shell, but every 11 seconds. And then a couple of Bachats, of which Algo is completely locked away on the other side of the map, and they can't do anything about it.
Unji trading with Nexus once more. Nexus looking for the shot. Unji tries to make one in return. He actually does.
Nice shot.
Nice shot from Unji there. Nexus now down to 178 himself.
Both of them are on one shot, but Unji is perma spotted, so that's the difference.
Overus is dead here in a second. No, the low roll comes out from Piotr. Overus is still alive. Piotr not going to be happy about that one.
Oh, there is probably a lot of Polish folk words coming out in this moment, but that's the game. It happens. You have plus minus 25 RNG on both Alpha and RNG itself. Isne actually picks up.
And Piotr picks up combat as well. eSuba. Thinking. That was...
There is still a lot of possibilities going on here.
I'm not sure what combat was doing over there.
I really don't know, but there is 2 minutes and 40 seconds here. Now they know that Isne must be down. So Isne and Piotr are down. They know where Nexus is and they know where Algo is. But they're still defending. That's the thing.
Andrew gets spotted out. Algo picks up Unji in the meantime. 3 tanks left standing for eSuba. I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Well, we still have Andrew and Lukin on 100% HP. And Algo needs to close in if he wants to do anything significant in this game, because at the moment his team can fall before he even fires a shell.
Well, Piotr is still on reload and Lukin was pushing him and he's now backed off again. They need to kill Piotr if they want to make this work. Piotr doing what he can, trying to hold on. Another miss coming out from Lukin. Finally to remove Piotrek from the game. Yizna is now in the IS-7. He needs to die. Andrew needs to push forward and get him before the likes of Nexus and Algo get there in support. Tomasek cannot die to this. Yizna is holding on. Andrew does not connect that one. Somebody needs to take this man out of the game because he's going to do a significant amount of damage. Nexus is now on the top.
Run away.
Nexus peeking on the top. No! Tomasek waiting. Nexus overexposing. That could have been so much different.
Algo is coming in with a full clip in their back. That's pretty much the last chance of Kazna here because Isne can hold this position. Algo needs to do the damage now.
Ooh, Algo sliding off. He misses the first one towards Tomasek. He's now on the fall of the hill. This makes it so it takes him longer to kill Tomasek. He finally does. With a ram, he still has 3 shots remaining. It's not going to be enough to win the game. He misses another one. Algo, my man, you need to do a little bit better than that. Another miss from Algo. No, this is lost. That was...
just not going to happen now. They can even choose to turn around and kill Algo.
How many did he miss? 3?
Like 3.
Yeah. eSuba picking up their defensive round after some weird picks in the trading department. Unji, combat.
It was, again, a series of mistakes on the both sides here. Isne picking up so much damage without being covered on the start of the game, by the rest of his team surviving on one shot entire game. Then a lot of tanks like Diplomat also dying for nothing and so
Lukin
on.
not pushing around the corner when Piotr got first stuck on the bottom side. There was only Isne.
Yeah, I don't
Only. He would have
understand
completely clipped up Piotr.
Yes. So many mistakes, a lot of hesitation in this match. Kazna still in high lead 3-1, but now we are shifting on mines.
Kazna picking up 3 tanks for free.
I really cannot understand some of the choices, and this last moment Kazna actually had a game to win. Like they had every possibility to win. Hello. But we said pink, fluffy, not dots, not this, not
We
that.
said ties.
Yes, and we said tie.
Not bow tie. Bow tie, tie.
Difference.
Obvious.
Quite.
That was minimalistic. That's
nice.
But like, yeah, I don't know. Nexus got a little bit greedy, to be honest. Like he wanted to make.
There was no need for that.
There was no need for that. He should have waited for Algo.
Algo was 100% HP. He could have pushed down directly into them, and then Nexus can clip whoever is trying
was
to
even
move.
Still alive at that point, right?
Yes, he was. He was even covered.
Nexus had no need to peek over on the obvious spot. He could have played at the rock with the bushes and reversed and shot when they push Isne.
A lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they had to wait for Algo. Nexus only had to cover crossing towards Isne to do free damage, and then let Algo come into the game.
Well, that costed them 1 round, but still, as we said, quite a lead they have.
Well, it's good for both of us, because if this was 4-0 and eSuba's on attack first...
Nothing happens.
Exactly. So, now it's 3-1. eSuba's going to be attacking first on mines. Let's get into it and see what's going to happen. Mines between the two. 4 113s for eSuba.
eSuba super aggressive, 4 113s, VZ and 2 Bachats. Kazna also. We're gonna have an old-fashioned brawl with the only difference is actually Kazna has a light, so they're outgunned a bit.
Yeah, Kazna has one less Chinese heavy.
They have a light.
Yeah. Let's see if they can make this work though, because that light can be very annoying on the hill.
They were pushing with the light also when they were playing last time, if I remember the play for the hill. And it worked out well for them. And they, even in the other side, when they were playing it, they were doing those nice blocks on the top of the hill.
I'm very worried for the HP of the first guy here. Can Piotr get up without getting wrecked? In that T100, here we go. He's going for it. Chinese heavies don't get a shot. Piotr, ooh, he misses the block. He misses the block. That's very crucial.
That's the only thing why they took him, actually, so he could block them away. Nexus is already trying to go back together with theirs. Piotr will fall down from the hill because he really has no business here whatsoever. Vetso is taking some damage, Izne is taking some shots, and Haiba, but there is a pincer attack coming in here from Kazna.
Yeah, Kazna Kru coming in. Uket's already down very low. Diplomat picks them up from the side. Nexus, Piotr, and the other bot from behind. Combat dropping off as well. Now in the middle engagement, the Chinese heavies are trying to fight between each other. Froli, Lukin, and Overus are in the fight. Double kill coming in for Combat, removes Durs. Froli picks up Haiba, and eSuba is actually edging themselves ahead in this round, slowly but surely, Mojo.
eSuba is actually taking the attack here, 8,000 to 5,000 HP. They have the higher ground, and there is only Piotr in their back.
Now, Yizna in trouble in his 113. I think it all fell apart kind of when Piotr missed the block onto the bats.
It was really...
I'm not happy about this.
Yeah, you still can win and we can still both... you can't win, actually, but we can still both lose.
I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it, honestly. 4 tanks left standing now for eSuba. Diplomat getting ammo racked for, I think, 1.3 K of HP he had left. Froli coming up with a double kill. Vetso, the last man standing, and Froli going to be probably the one to finish it off. No, actually, he's ammo racked. So it's going to be Unji from the side in 1 second. There we go. Unji with the double kill, finishing it off. That's eSuba, 3-2-2 now.
Now, this is not
I'm not happy about it. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. I blame Piotr for this. He's sabotaging me on purpose, not blocking the 2 bats. Like, seriously.
You can sulk in the sand later, but maybe you will wear a tie tomorrow. Actually, on Sunday, never mind. This is not a comfortable game for Kazna anymore. Because from a clear lead of 3-0, losing a cliff game, they should have won in that moment. Now we're 3-2, and they will have to attack on eSuba, who can effectively decide to trench up.
I hope eSuba wins.
Don't be a bad loser, Daki. Just wear it as a champ.
But like really Piotr not blocking them. If he blocks those 2 bats in that position,
that is the sole purpose of light in such that
I think both of those bats die. I mean, at least one, very least one, right?
Yes, but that's the game already, because then the rest of the tanks come and so on, and there is a pincer attack by Kazna guys.
Yeah, and the bats from behind don't have anything to worry about. They just push in and they kill everything.
But as we said, a lot of mistakes were done in these games by both teams, so a lot of practice still to be done. The last time we saw the block from Kazna on a previous match on mines was from the attack side, and it was done actually by 2 Bachats. And they did it really well, because there was on who cares, it was like 1500 HP
I think he just
taken immediately.
forgot to press stop. Like he just stopped too late.
This tank is too fast. Probably like that. Effectively, that costed them a game. It doesn't matter anymore. It's 3-2. All the options are open now. I can still win a bet.
No,
we can both lose.
Most of the options got closed out right there, and then. So
yeah, all of your options got closed. Mine are still wide open. There are possibilities. I mean, Kazna can win the attack, and then there is Kazna attacking on Sand River, which we've seen they're doing actually quite well. So it's looking good still. It's pretty much breaking around this round. I will know who will cheer who in this one.
Not happy about it. Not happy about it.
You're just going to call the eSuba corner, I'm going to hold Kazna corner, and we go. Why are you so nervous, Daki? You were so sure, like a couple of minutes ago.
I blame Piotr, honestly. One job. One thing he has to do is
One thing to do in life.
block the bats.
Yeah, one thing to do in life and you fail it. That's how it goes. But
Sounds
still,
like the story of my life.
well, keeps my predictions rolling still, but you can still like just sabotage both and you know.
Can we disqualify Kazna Kru?
That would take them 5-0. No, no, not acceptable.
Well, we're gonna get into mines, the second round between these two. 1, 2, 3 fours. Okay.
Well, that's a lot of sniping potential there, and they have a T100 light with this lineup, and they have a bar chat actually. It's gonna be interesting. Maybe they will actually push both T100 and the bar chat on the island. I would like to see that, because everything else would be a liability and a lot of splitting of the force. Kazna, on the other hand, has one mouse. Everything else is highly mobile.
Looks like that for now, at least. Both Rolly and Combat
Mm-hmm.
are going towards the... Combat is not, though.
No, he's just standing in the back. Why?
Covering the crossing, I guess.
It's not like he can.
Well, we'll have to find out what he can do from this position, because...
I haven't seen it used before like this.
maybe he's just waiting for Froley to clear the island. Or he's just going to try and put 2 or 3 shots on the crossing.
So really passive play here a bit by eSuba. They're placing finally Yukits below the hill. That leaves him quite alone, actually, here.
Double TD here, though. Overus and Andrew. I feel like it's a risky pick. I mean, you need to, like, really hit all of your shots if you want to make that work.
So they're putting that mouse as passive as they can. Far away from the hill, guys, if you're wondering why he's on the middle of the nowhere here, on the crossroad, so he cannot get proxied from the hill. Guys from the hill obviously cannot peek just like that. And there we go. This is the trap we were talking about
113
before.
can't even peek on him either, because he's just not, you know, he can't peek, he can't shoot the mouse, he can't do HE damage, he can't do anything.
This is the trap we were talking before. When you have a light tank on the H2 bushes, he can be taken out by a strong push by enemy team, but if he has a butshot behind who can clip and pick out... Ooh.
Overus?
What did you do, Overus?
He got spotted. Durs is clipping him out in the meantime. He's down to 668 HP.
Wow.
And down to 145 HP.
Scratch that.
Yeah,
Kazna
you
doing
can
well.
look, Overus, you can look at your Coppola all you want, but that's not the mistake, mate.
Kazna doing well so far. Overus is almost dead. This is
Not
unforgivable.
good
Unforgivable
whatsoever.
mistake for his team. But still, there is a chance for them because they are trenching up, and if they do really good connections in one moment, they can win this. But losing this position means that Yukits is not really well covered by his teammates now. It's only Andrew from distance. Overus can be finished off with one shot. And Kazna is effectively gathering all of their forces for a strong push on 8-9 line. It does look like they guessed, as I did on a start, that Froley and Combat will be together on the other side of the map.
Piotr did get a spot on towards Yukat, so they know the mouse is over there in that location. Algo Diplomat going to be the one pushing down from that side. Yizne seems to be taking some run-up, perhaps, to push down the 9-0 line as well, together with the Bat, which has to be theirs. Nexus, in the meantime, taking some control of the island to make sure any other rotation from the eSuba boy gets punished.
Haiba will go in hold-down position in the middle of Huba, how like Russians call him. They simply can't grasp Haiba part. And I guess he will try to provoke some of the reactions from enemy team. I don't know, is he even aware he is perma spotted though. Nexus is spotted on island, so he knows there is someone there on H2. He knows it has to be a light tank, and there you go. Haiba is pushing forward, going for the rock, trying to get some shots fired by enemy, hopefully to bounce, so he could give the info to his teammates to push down. Even Nexus is pulling back. I guess they will wait for him, and then that will be a full push of 5 tanks of Kazna from that side, while Piotr will clip anyone who tries to cross anywhere and help his teammates together with Haiba.
Yizne seems to be going over to the other Chinese heavies, Diplomat and Algo, to push down together as a big unit. So, just waiting for Yizne to join up the forces between Diplomat and Algo. They're going to be pushing down the 7-8 line with Durs coming from 9-0 and Nexus as well. So 5 tanks from Kazna Kru pushing down. Haiba to be the distraction. Yizne to go first. Here comes Nexus. Durs is already waiting for him. It's going to be interesting. Let's see if this is going to work out.
Oh, this is a idemo part. Like very soon we will see and hear what will Kazna actually do.
When the push from Kazna Kru comes out as it is right now, I think it's the perfect moment to see or hear even better how they're gonna do it.
Spotted still.
I'm spotted.
Давай mouse, open, easy.
Oh,
Do
second
it
D4,
for sure.
second D4, second D4.
Nice.
E4 fired, I'm
Use
low,
the
I'm
get
low.
safe. Good, it's fine.
Nice.
Drag him,
Kill the mouse, kill the mouse.
I'm gonna reload and
Use
join you in
it,
middle.
wait.
Good.
I'm also reloading.
Go kill E4 with one. Go kill
Go,
E4
go,
with
go,
one.
Diplo, go,
Light
Diplo,
in the
go.
water, shoot.
I just for shot me.
I will finish mouse.
Diplo, go kill E4.
Yes.
For shot.
Hyper, can we play on the D7 and 20
E4
seconds?
shot, E4 shot,
This,
E4 shot.
this.
E4 shot. Go for E4, boys.
Shall I push island maybe? Go for the
Yes,
bed
you
shot?
can. There is a light with it.
Coming to you, Diplo. I'm coming.
Light is
I'm
with it.
fine. I'll feel, he will
Can
give me
you
shot.
can you aim
Spot
for?
shot hyper?
I am trying, mate.
Finished. Second for a shot.
I'm gonna
Don't
start the
take
cap.
shot.
Yes.
Yes, you can push now.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
I'm starting
fucking-
the line. Okay, okay,
No,
okay.
I'm not killing. He's playing fucking
Oh,
ring
I will
roses with me. Can someone?
I'll shot, he shot.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I think
E4
now.
shot, E4 shot, and shot again.
Bat is reloaded now. Bat is reloaded.
Anki is useless.
Can we go for the E4?
Yes,
Need
I'm
algo.
going for him.
Yes, go for him.
How many did combat shoot?
I have 4 bullets.
He's on reload. He's finishing reload in 15 seconds.
I'm aiming left.
He shot again.
I will kill him.
I will give
Can you aim for me with red shot? I'm reload.
If combat
Yeah,
push, I
Barshot
will
can't
help.
leave.
Good. No, it's
Barshot
okay.
can't leave.
I have 1 shot for the bed.
Aiming
I
left.
I can clip the ES4 in 20 seconds.
Can you spot the bed?
Well, quite accurate. Only 2 seconds off. Not bad.
Very, very accurate once he actually hit the sentence like reloaded or reloading. But so far so good, Aki. It's gonna be 4-2 for Kazna.
Don't worry.
We are just exactly where we're supposed to be
We're
preparing for the next map.
we're not talking about this.
Of course,
I refuse.
some stunt action here for Haiba falling down. I mean, he has a smidge of health anyways. But it's 4-2 for Kazna. Rather nice attack. Big mistake here by E4 in the base, taking so much damage.
Both the Z4s, really.
It's just 2 passive play again that costed them the game. Like if they took so many trouble to prevent 1-2 line push and they put all the cards on the table just against that, Kazna guessed it right and they said, okay, we're not going to have any business with this.
Those Z4s are supposed to be peeking, shooting. I think both of them got like 1 shot, maybe 2.
Yeah,
So,
they were far off.
like I said, it's almost better to have like an E3 there instead.
Whatever would work better than this. Like even
least
one more heavy tank.
In E3 can get clipped by a bat. Like he's not
Frontally, no.
He's not going. It's going to maybe hit like 2 out of 5 if he's lucky. You also have the wood piles that you have to destroy first. So I'm not happy about it. I'm really not happy about this.
Why? You're gonna look so nice. It goes with your skin tone and everything.
I'm going to throw baby rage in a second.
Well, you can always hope that Kazna loses attack on Sand River. So far, it didn't happen. I mean, they were winning each and every one of them.
Yeah, that makes me feel super confident,
In
honestly.
all of the 3 matches.
You can always hope for Kazna Kru
Well,
to
next
lose
time
their
check the
attack.
maps before you
can
take a
always
bet.
hope for Kazna Kru to lose their attack. They haven't so far. My name is still Mojo. Haha. Great one, Mojo. Really
It is.
impressive.
It is, I must say.
10 out of 10 humor, honestly.
But you know, even better part, like if Kazna wins this round, this will be a 2nd game in a row, I guess. It's just a more salt, man. Come on.
Sometimes, you know, you get lucky twice, you know?
I
Just how the
guess.
tables turn.
I guess. Well, we need to wait. Haiba, apparently, since he fell with his mouse from the cliff, he broke something, so he has to come back into the game. But, anyways, coming back to important topics, and that's pink fluffy ties.
No, we're not talking about
We can
this.
go shopping together, just to see how
I'm
it
not
look.
going anywhere with you whatsoever. And I'm definitely not going to go pink, fluffy something shopping with you whatsoever because that's
What?
That sounds
That would
terrible.
provoke cool reactions in a store, right?
yeah. I'm here on my granddad. I'm looking for something pink and fluffy. Definitely that will get across really well. I'm sure that they'll love that comment.
I will just tell them when my grandson got his shark attack.
Ah, good
That would be a
one.
nice little boy.
And then they'll be like, at least he
This
still,
one.
and then at least he still has hair.
I have some. Not
Yeah.
much, but I still have it.
You can lend some of mine.
That would make me very big. No,
Might look better.
keep it. We're still waiting on Haiba, unfortunately, but he'll be back with us soon. I hope, because he needs to win this round for me.
I'm gonna like just come out swinging, Mojo.
What do you think? Who did the most damage here? Unfortunately, we have that completely broken today.
Easy. There's by far.
He was one of the two batches sniping on E4,
He was the first bat shot I was sniping.
but he was chasing the light.
Doesn't
later.
matter, because he was the first bat shot sniping at the E4. He did most of the damage to Overus. He's only got one shot in, so that means he did like 1.6 towards Overus. He then at least hit 2 or 3 shots on the other one. That's already above 2.8-ish, and he did at least 1 shot on the light. He also clipped the IS-4 for, I think, another 2 or 3 shots. That's already 4K. So I'd imagine there's to be somewhere around 4.5K. I'm pretty sure at least one of the observers can confirm that for me.
Let's see, observers, if you can. We would really like to know. So far, Kazna reading eSuba rather well all over the maps. If there was no those big player mistakes in some moments, I think this would actually be annihilation, same as they did in the previous match against Who Cares. So Kazna can read these opponents rather well, but we still need to see how will they deal with the stronger opponents in the league. They already played one match with the Ding.
It was their first match of the season, though.
Yeah, and it was rather close in someone, like it was 5-3. Like they were losing and they won Sand River 2-0 against Ding, just to mention it again. So we know they play that map rather decently and they can provoke different reactions, like they have several play styles, but they were repeating themselves in last 2 matches in attack. So there is a chance for you, Daki, because if eSuba was watching that and Kazna does it for a 3rd time in a row, they might just hang themselves. Or maybe they're just watching stream and they want to see me wear it. Actually, no one will wear it then. If they're watching, they should just make you wear it. That would be the best way.
I will make sure you regret this. I have an entire season left to make you regret this moment.
But that's in the future, and this is now.
You will
Come on,
regret this moment.
Relish the moment,
I
Daki.
can guarantee you this. You will think back to this moment, and it will be the moment that your happiness turns to ash inside your mouth, Mojo. And you will know the debt is paid.
I will just take a glass of water, mate.
You
and
will
rinse it
know.
away.
You will know.
All threats, and you still didn't lose.
Didn't lose yet, but you're like pointing out everything like it's gonna be 5-2 for Kazna.
It does look like that, you know.
It doesn't look like that whatsoever. eSuba is the greatest Sand River team of all times. I have seen eSuba play Sand River. They are the best Sand River team I have ever seen in my life. Nobody plays Sand River like eSuba does.
Double or nothing?
No. No. Stay away from me.
Well, we shall see.
We shall see indeed. So double 5A, 4 bats, an M48 Patton, 139.7 Kran, and 4 bats for Kazna Kru.
Yeah, Kazna has the same setup they usually use in this attack, so that does look like their middle attack they like to do. That means they will push with a bunch of tanks through the middle toward the hill on D6, try to cut away any kind of defensive positions from the eSuba. But, as I said, they've done it already twice, so it doesn't really have to mean they were going to do it again.
No, doesn't look like they're going for that straight push across anyways to begin with. Next is just spotting Overus and Yuket.
Highway spotted already.
In the Kran. Is he going to keep crossing? Probably he is. I want to see if these 5As can actually hit something on the move. Ooh, how about just about getting across?
That's really tight.
Froli might be in a little bit of trouble though.
Froli is really deep in here. I mean, this is super risky what he does, but he is behind the hill and he's covered by 2 teammates like Lukin and Andrew, and Combat can cover him effectively. Haiba taking only 1 shot of damage so far, but Andrew, I would say, butchered by far more important tank on this map, taking a bit more.
Haiba taking even more damage in his Kranwagen. He's getting clipped out by one of the paths over there. It's Lukin is getting
a lot
shot
of
in the
damage here
back as
coming
well.
his way.
Haiba seems to be counted out in his position, but these 5As are bleeding so much HP for this that I don't even know if it's going to be worth it. Haiba's down to 728. Lukin's on reload. Should probably pick him up when he is off of reload. Now Algo and Piotr, they're going for Froli here. Algo needs to get past Piotr. Now they need to push for Oli. Algo misses. Piotr needs to take the damage now in his 113. He's going forward.
I'm not sure this is the best choice. Look at the massing of the forces here of the eSuba.
Well, Mojo, we're going to have to see how eSuba can deal with this one as we listen to their team speak.
Nie, můžeme Piotra ještě. Veco minus 2. Nabil. Veco minus 3. Kolik má Veco minus? Nexus minus 1. Dáš, dát ho? Dám ho. Nedám. Pěkně. Nabijem.
Spotlight, ten baťák tam furt je.
Nabijím. Andrew, pojď. Ten Kraken. A pak na krana. Nevystřel, ještě nevystřel. 4. Já ho dostříhám, mám 4. Může si. To nedáš. Andrew, odjedeš? Já nefal down. Protože Andrew a tady, musíte jeden podjet. Veď zadu. Jo, hapka.
Bacha na sebu.
Vystřel.
Kombatev. S těma jste přejetý za tou runou. Řekněte mi, když to se běžet nahoru, jo? Luky nezvládneš tu sám. Mám 3 rány. Já mám 3 rány. Já mám nabito za... Na to krana neprobijete. Ne. Ve co píkuje kombate? 7.
Izne, píkali.
Juke tam nevím.
No jediný co tak baťák proti mně, tak... Toho by měl kombat svítit, když tady říkneš.
Já ho nemůžu svítit kvůli 10 mě. Nemůžu prostě. Ne, Andrew možná můžeš střílet tohle z toho. Asi přebiju na full.
Ne, já to nechci si právě.
Pover si, jdi tam místo mě nahoru.
Ty ho budeš lídat tady?
Se bál, že dostanu hrozně odsud někde.
Od krán by tě spod.
No a nemůžou teďka projet ty jejich bati sem a vysypat nás z báze?
Můžou. Tak teď byste za to budou ne? A tady to Andrew spotne snad, ne?
Jo, tady dole kdyby to bylo jo, ale tady na balkoně ne, že jo? A to se spotne zevě.
Třeba je dobrý mít bata zase tady, jak jsem byl, jo? Ne. Teoreticky můžeme dát ještě jednoho bata, no jako já vím, no ale asi, ať je to Lukin, ne? Proč já, jo, no, ten kran, toto. Lukin nevodeď za Andrew. Už ten kran bude...
Vy svítíte tohle s těma batama, nebo jak?
Já to uvidím, no.
Svítím? To je asi ten kran.
Nebo neuvidím to až dozadu. Lukina? Jedu. Chtěl si spotat ten kran.
Jo.
Neuvidím akorát, kdyby mi přijel takhle sem, jo? To uvidíte vy. To uvidí oni. Tady ten bat byl plnej, to teda nebude.
Rozstřelím bordeláky, pojď tam můžu.
Kolik mají batí, nevíte někdo teda? Plnej,
full?
Plnej a nevím. Takže jestli někdo někoho netrefil. Okay.
Batí střílí z báze.
Už to už, ne? On je tady nahoře. Je tady nahoře, to už šutuju. Může být tady, na té duně. Nebo? A mu to nezvednu dělo? Když jdu na no. Tohle na hovno. Nevím co, jsme strašně lepnutý. Jsme? Jako bráníme, no. No jako jo, ale... To jo, já vím. Toho krána by to chtěl nějak zabít.
Ten krán tam dělá hodně, no.
Pušnout tohle? Akorát mi pušnout se všema batama.
Tam no, toho krána vystřílet.
Tak asi tohle jde s těma batama. Toho krána jsem měl zabít, no. Teda s tím, že to Luky na Andrew, že by najeli sem, abych zůstal za nima spíš. No. A oni to uvidí. Ten krán to uvidí, no. Tak ne, spodem vás taky rozsvítí na hovno.
Well, Mojo, so far, a little bit of damage taken on the side of eSuba by Durs there in the back lines. Very good. Isna now starting to push up as well. Kazna Kru?
Inspector Clouseau.
Kazna Kru slowly closing the net around eSuba, step by step.
Yeah, they're trying to close in because they do have the HP advantage, not a gun one, but
they
still.
don't know about Yizna. Yizna is going to come into their back.
This is unbelievable, actually, that he managed to sneak in a whole I7 unspotted. And this can be a downfall of eSuba, for sure.
Haiba needs to be careful in his Kranwagen because those bats are going to try and get on his side at one point. He's now peeking out a beautiful shot from him. 407 on toward Ukets, and now Ovrus. Ukets starting to move towards Yizna. Unji as well. Yizna needs to be careful not to be overexposed in this position. He'll just about be fine. Unji has to back off as well because obviously that IS-7 could remove most of his remaining hit points, and he does not want to be one shot, but Nexus does anyways.
Anji picked up a shell from another side. Nexus. Now he is on one shot. He is on one shot. Effectively, Isne can now risk and play the cooldown against these guys. Well, hitting the hills will not help, but he can do it again all over. And will there be a push by Kazna soon?
It does look like Kazna Kru wants to go for the commitment combat, peeking over in his M48 pattern.
What?
It's going to be eSuba that comes for the commitment combat. That's a little bit premature. He goes by himself. Haiba picks him up. Andrew Lukin now coming from the other side. Vetso is still very far out of this fight. There's going to be focused out by the double bat shot from eSuba. Nexus in support. Yizna trying to duel against double 5A. Lukin in trouble. Vetso trying to connect from the backside. Lukin goes down towards Nexus. Yukets Overus now trying to make the play on towards Yizna. Yizna goes down towards 108 HP, and it's not over yet. Yizna needs to do at least one more shot of damage. He doesn't. He bounces. Overus is going to come over and pick him up, and this makes it a 4v2 for the side of eSuba.
I was really shocked with that push by eSuba, but it does look it will pay off for them. Still, Kazna has more HP, but it's only 2 guns compared to eSuba. eSuba does have 2 guys on one shot, but they can hide them, they can snipe. There is not much time. There is 3 minutes. That means it's going to have to be a super aggressive reaction here by Nexus to take out someone like Andrew, who has a lot of... Oh, never mind about a lot of HP.
Never mind about Nexus either. He's down. Andrew picks him up. And what does this mean, Mojo? You might just be wrong. After all, eSuba pulling out the guns, pulling what they got. I told you, nobody plays Sand River like eSuba does, and they're proving it right here.
But you know what also this means, Zaki?
Huh?
I offered you double or nothing, and you chickened out.
That's true. I should have said yes.
Yes, so you could have had much more, but there you go. You got satisfied just with this, without none of us winning anything.
Some of us, sometimes you need to be happy with the smaller things in life, okay?
Okay, we're gonna satisfy ourselves with crumbs.
Small victories, you know? Little steps.
Well, this is more like small no losings.
Well, Vetso versus double 5A. He's not going to last very long in this one. It's not much a single bat can do. As Overus comes in with a ram and picks it up, and it makes it 4-3 in Kazna Kru.
Losing first game on Sand River in attack.
I really thought they had that game as well. I think Vetso was way too far out of the fight.
Yeah, he was far away, and I really didn't expect that kind of aggressive push by Suba, especially not by Patton. That looked almost like he was disconnected. Like, what was going on there? I would say, like, okay, Batchat first or someone, but Patton, why?
Don't know what he was doing.
He could have done damage all the time. So weird. Still, 4-3, nothing sold in this game. We will watch defense of Kazna now on Sand River, so they might close the deal, or we will see a tiebreaker.
Maybe tiebreaker.
Think so?
Maybe. Sand River.
I think Kazna can defend Sand River well.
Still, depends on what eSuba does. We've seen Kazna Kru fail on their defense.
We've seen them just fail on the attack, so yes, everything is possible. But I haven't seen super strict moves from eSuba regarding rotations and some offensive
Even in this last
tactics.
game, they had more guns, but they were getting chipped away because they gave up all positions around the map.
Yeah, so it doesn't look to me like eSuba is a kind of team that will use Sand River attack in their advantage that well. So I believe the Kazna can close it in this one, because they don't have to attack simply. They can just wait and react like eSuba did now, which is a huge advantage, of course. But, of course, we can be surprised. eSuba can do something really interesting, boost up their play, and bring us to tiebreaker.
We'll have to find out, because we're just about 25 seconds before the start of this final game of regular time at the very least. And eSuba coming out with triple 5A, double bat, M48, and an STRV.
That pattern is a really interesting play for attack now, actually. We've seen it used mostly defensive, when you boost it on positions, so he can snipe, and then he approaches usually later. In defense, Kazna, having pattern is pretty much a standard tactic for everyone now. I think Deha did like 5k damage in one game.
Yeah, he did.
In pattern.
Diplomat being slightly boosted here by Piotr to keep him on top speed. And the eSuba side going aggressive towards the number 2 base, it seems. Andrew Lukin across the A-line. Overus and Yukets through the middle. And combat in that pattern just to play the G5, G6 position, perhaps.
Interesting play down, pushing VZ in a lower cooldown position here, completely hidden. They're like, Kazna is almost playing a trap there, waiting for 1 or 2 batches to just come unaware of possibilities on the lower side of the map.
They are going to boost Nexus though, yet again, in this M48. There's an Yizna.
Yeah, we've seen it done so many times so far. Like, this is really dominant position if it's used well. And Nexus was playing it even the last time when Kazna was defending, but they got annihilated in that game.
Let's see what eSuba's plan is to make this work. Haiba's sitting on a very safe position, making sure not to get caught out.
Again.
Again, yeah. Emphasis on that.
Yeah.
Looking, pushing up. So far, so good for him. What do you think is the plan here for eSuba, Mojo?
Well, all of their tanks are positioned for upper area of the map, so they will probably try to put a budget somewhere on A7. Check out is there someone behind the corner. Then they need to cross with people on the cap.
Firing towards Nexus, or does he actually have a spot? That's my question, because he hit Nexus already once.
He must have been spotted, actually.
No, Nexus was spotted, but I don't know if Combat should just about have draw range, I think, from there.
If he doesn't, he's really well at sniping on distance.
So now Overus has gotten close, Lucan as well, Yukats as well. Now, what is the follow-up play here for eSuba? Like, where do they progress from here? How do they take out Haiba? How do they get onto that cap? How do they make Kazna Kru rotate?
As I said, they have to take control of A7, A8 first. A8, you can put a budget and you can angle up-down on anyone who tries to decap, and maybe use STRV towards the upper positions and then press a heavy tank, at least one, toward the cap. But there is also a big danger. What will Kazna do? They have multiple traps laid on the lower side of the map. eSuba is completely unaware of that at the moment. They don't know. So if one of their budgets makes a mistake and opens up, they can just annihilate him from the back, Kazna. But again, then the cap will be in a serious problem.
Lucan has taken that A7 position, as you said, Mojo. Overus just keeping tabs on Haiba. Haiba just in there in the crown wagon. Safe. He's not got spotted out, moved down a little bit. It's going to be going towards that A8 position, I guess, that hold down that we've seen being used plenty of times before.
But this is a lot of trick play by Kazna, because they're relying that actually eSuba will not dare to push them on that side, presuming there is a lot of budgets behind Isne. Because if you have those budgets, then it's a suicidal push. Of course, if they knew that Isne was covered only by Patton, they would come with like 3 tanks. That would be more than enough to deal with him.
Haiba picking up again, took a shot in the meantime as well.
Need to see the reaction now, because Algo and the rest of the guys will probably soon be spotted on the lower side of the map, and then that will trigger some kind of reaction from eSuba.
Combat's in trouble, I think. Algo and Durs are making their way on towards his position in the double bad shot, and now eSuba, being so slow, might get caught. Combat is running away though, running to the hills. Diplomat getting spotted out, gave him a warning sign that he needs to get the hell out of there, and he's running for his life.
He's running for his life, but this might provoke the reaction of eSuba, as I said. If Algo and Durs get spotted here on the lower part, eSuba needs to push up on Haiba immediately.
He spotted at least Durs. Combat knows that Durs is there. Algo did not get spotted, but Combat now repositioning, peeking over already in the M48. Algo takes a shot. Yizna took one as well in the meantime. Combat takes a little bit more though for that trade.
It doesn't matter. Now, this is about Overus and the other Visa there. Like, Yukits and Overus should push. Like, they should use the momentum and push now. And they should push also on Isne from the upper side, because there is only Nexus covering both of them. And he can't really split himself on 2 sides.
Here comes eSuba, Froly, Overus, Yukets, all moving their way on towards Haiba in that Kranwagen. They want to take him down. So far, only one shot comes in, though. Froly is the one. Yukets, Overus need to connect now. Make Haiba low for Froly to finish him. That Kranwagen is on reload as well. He's going to go down. But Overus, can he make it out alive? That's the question. Gets another shot from Nexus. He might not survive this. But meantime, Andrew Unji pushing on towards Isne's position to take down the I7 from the game. And this is going really well for eSuba, but disastrously wrong for Kazna.
This was a huge misplay by them. And the moment that they triggered their trap, it was I would say, like a blind play by Kazna, a bit. It's something like we've seen from eSuba in previous matching, like just trying to trap the enemy and mind play it instead of just power play your own game.
Overus is going to fall here though to Nexus, who has an angle on towards him. We could see that there he goes, Nexus trying to do what he can. The man from that upper position trying to make the plays. Diplomat misses the shot on towards Unji. Unji does not connect either in return. Tracks him on the second one. Unji still has some shots available. Nexus is the key player right now in this. If he can make it work for his team, they can turn this around.
Yeah, there is a possibility here, especially there should shut down Combat now, even maybe without taking some significant damage, because Combat didn't pen the first shell.
There's only has turret right now, so he needs to get a little bit further back. He does finally pick up Combat though, so now the HP starting to swing again into the favor of Kazna Kru a little bit. They've closed the gap, but with 12 seconds left onto the cap, they're going to have to get into here really quickly. Piotr rushing in, Diplomat rushing in, Durs as well. 5 seconds left on this cap. Kazna Kru, you need to reset right now. Piotr trying to find the angle. He gets the reset, only pushes it down back to 15 seconds though, and a lot of HP has been bled for that. And now eSuba pushing up and over the cap on towards the tanks of Algo, Diplomat and such, trying to make the play. Kazna Kru trying to hold him for dear life, but Diplomat, he's in trouble. He's going to go down for this. And after that, it's Algo and Nexus also on the downside, separated. Durs coming up and over. Algo picks up Unji. It's not over just yet for Kazna Kru. They're getting the kills, but they just don't seem to have the HP.
This is a bloody massacre here, but Kazna simply has no way out. eSuba outplayed them, managed to split them off, managed to push them several times, and...
Whoa. They just lost Froli on full HP for free. They lost Froli on full HP, and now Lukin gets tracked as well. Nexus, he's gonna pick up Froli. He's gonna pick up Lukin here. 1 second left. Nexus needs to make this kill. He does. Triple kill from him. Yuket's now pushing forward. Nexus in the one-on-one. Piotr's a non-factor for another 8 seconds. Nexus needs to make this trade work. Nice connection there. Now Yukets cannot bounce. 4 seconds left before Piotr gets into the game. He's gonna line up the angle. The double team. No, Nexus bounces. Yukets is still alive. Piotr doesn't connect either. Yuket's gonna come around the corner. He wants to pick up Nexus. Nexus connects. Yuket's down towards the one shot. Piotr, can he get the shot? He's aiming. Piotr lines it up. He bounces. Yukets is off of reload now. The one-on-one. 66 versus 237 HP. Yukets just fired.
3 shells. Like, let's see, will Piotr connect now?
No, track shot.
2 more.
Yukets is reloaded. Piotr does it. My heart.
Seriously, like 5-3, but I didn't see this. Like, I think eSuba had this game by far and just threw it in this last moment. They had amount of guns, they had HP, they had everything. What on earth